What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 101, and we start today's episode with Guerrero coming to us and saying once again he wants to be sold in the transfer window starting in the next month as we now into December. And as we now into December, you can take a look at the squad report and see how the players are currently getting on. Also today, I do want to start off the episode by saying a big thank you for all support on episode number 100. I'm so glad most of you guys really did enjoy it. It was my first ever face cam career mode episode. I was quite nervous about it. There were some negative comments, I had to expect that, but either way, most of the comments were appreciative, and I appreciate that. But still, look at the squad report then, see how the players are currently getting on. We now have 3 90+ players in our team. I don't think I've mentioned that yet, but it's the Hoover, Diego Menendez, and also Michael Muller as well. They're 90+ overall, but still Aubameyang and Royce continue to decline in stats, despite playing pretty good football to start this season off. And also a look at the league table as well. 12 games in, we had the exact same record as the league leaders by Leverkusen, but we sit in second place on goal difference, with Wolfsburg closely behind in third place, just 4 points behind the pair of us. So it's been a great start to the season by all 3 of these sides, and once again by Leverkusen are looking like the team that we're going to have to try and stick with throughout the entire season if we are to retain our title. But of course, a reminder, our Champions League group there, our 5th game, as you can see, through 5 games, we've already qualified as group winners. You'll see the final game simulated today against Spurs away from home, as it's meaningless. And also our round of 16 draw in the Deutsche Pokal pits us against second tier FC St. Pauli. But for the first game of today's episode, what a massive game I have in store for you as we take on Bayer Leverkusen at home, as we take on the league leaders, as we both have the same record. And in today's 2 played games, we've got Bayer Leverkusen at home and third place Wolfsburg away. What a massive episode. 2 massive games so early on in the season, and come the end of 180 minutes, we'll see what team out of the 3 probably has the best chance of going on to win the title this season. So the first game is against Bayer Leverkusen, first versus second, massive game. Can we get the win? Let's hope so. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Well, what a treat for the first game of today's episode. Leverkusen here at home in a battle between the top 2, who so far are only separated on goal difference. And last season, that was how the title was won, by your home team today, Borussia Dortmund, against your away team today, Bayer Leverkusen. So what a massive game to start today's episode off. It's a huge one in the season already so far. Neither side can afford to lose what could be a potential warm-up for the 2 sides going for it once again towards the end of the season on the final day. Come on, Dortmund. Through to Dortmund in a cagey affair to start this game off with. Good to find in the Hoover, through towards Dembele to poor pass though, and Leverkusen win it back. I've struggled against them last season, and we're struggling again to start this game off really to create any clear-cut chances at all, as Muller died on that loose ball. I'm not feeling confident. This team has got my number. You know, I've got to say, I just don't feel confident playing against them. I'd rather play against Bayern than Leverkusen, which says a lot in this series right now. Dembele on the ball though, takes around Menendez and finds Mario Götze looking for volley, just pushed his man off there, and could be through as well. And it's a great save by Leno, and Menendez's follow-up header is well saved by Leno again, recovering to his line. Still 0-0, and what on earth has his man done there? And Diego was through to make it 1-0, but I completely messed up the chance. I didn't realise how bad that second touch was going to be. Diego was through. I should have at least hit the target. Instead, the shot trickles wide from the skipper. Still 0-0. What a let-off for some terrible defending from Leverkusen. Baumgartlinger through the gap towards the Brazilian left-back Wendell. Mustafi comes back but can't stop him from coming forward. Funes more inside the area, taken down, and the referee has awarded a penalty for Bayer Leverkusen. Mario Götze with the challenge. I thought fairly. Referee says no. He clearly wins the ball. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. I was going to say I thought he won the ball and altered the direction of the shot. He didn't. There was an arm-to-arm shoulder strength being used. That's a debatable one, but I personally think the referees call it right. So Michael Muller has to stop Ziyech from giving Bayer Leverkusen a lead in this first half, and he can't do so as Ziyech rifles the ball in, sends Michael Muller the wrong way, and our woes against Bayer Leverkusen may be set to continue, as they may be going 3 points clear at the top of the table in the battle between the top 2. It's a perfect penalty from the number 44, but should it have been awarded? Let me know in the comment section down below. Personally speaking, I'm not going to complain. I think the referees called it right, and Bayer Leverkusen have gone a goal in front from a Mario Götze tackle, which resulted in a penalty. 1-0 Leverkusen. Free kick to Borussia Dortmund. Dembele standing over it, but instead I'm going to give it to Diego and try and catch the goalkeeper Leno out. This is around the same position when he scored back in Season 2 against Fraser Forster. Can he do it now? Diego takes it. Not a bad delivery, and Leno just about recovers on time to pad it behind for a corner. I love that speciality from Diego, even though it's only worked once in the entire series, so I'm not really sure I can call it a speciality, as Aubameyang's header is well saved by Leno. Still 1-0 to Leverkusen, but a couple of good chances there as we try and get back in this game and back on level terms, and that's the worst throw-in you'll ever see in your entire life. And now Leverkusen looking for the second goal of the game here. Wendell going down the left. Mustafi recovers to catch up with him. Blocks the cross as well. Well done. And Dembele will pass it through towards Diego. Wow, that man went to ground exceptionally quickly there. There was no need for that, as Diego takes the ball round his man and feeds it through towards Aubameyang down the right-hand side. And a great chance here as Aubameyang keeps on running inside the area with the fake shot and shooting room. Leno, however, makes a fabulous stop and turns it behind for a corner. Still 1-0 to Leverkusen in a first half where we've played far better, but just can't find the goal to get us back. Oh my goodness, Nicholas Saul, did you really have that in your locker? That was unlucky there. I was going to say get back on level terms, but then this is corner into the centre once more, headed up in the air. It's still 1-0. Can we find an equalising goal? And Volland just went over on his shoulder and is going to be forced off as well. Aubameyang just picked up a knock a moment ago. He's holding his shoulder, and now Kevin Volland is going to be forced off right now. So we may be losing both our strikers within the space of 4 in-game minutes in the second half. Aubameyang's holding his shoulder. Hopefully he'll run it off, but Kevin Volland can't run his injury off. Actually, it might be in his elbow. Hard to tell from that angle. But yeah, it's his elbow. Bayer Leverkusen have injured 2 of our strikers within the space of 4 minutes. What's going on? Corner to Dortmund. Come on, Diego to take it. Whips it into the middle. Looks for his man, Nicholas Saul. Getting up, and it's headed off the line. Sorry, his header was cleared off the line by Jedvaj. Davis back towards Diego. A good second delivery. Looking for Timo Werner at the far post. Dragovic gets it clear, as does Jedvaj. Jedvaj clearing the header off the line. We still trail by 1. It just doesn't look like it's going to be our day as we come towards the final stages. 2.5 minutes to go. One late chance to possibly grab ourselves the equaliser. Diego with a corner. Whips into the middle. Looks for Timo Werner. And the header by Pereira goes inches wide of the far post. It's still 1-0. It's just not been my day. And Leverkusen are going to claim an absolutely massive, massive win. And there it is. It's all over at the Signal Iduna Park. We lose once more. Borussia Dortmund 0, Bayer Leverkusen 1. This was a game which we couldn't afford to lose. And Leverkusen have extended the gap at the top of the table to 3 points in an early battle between 2 title contenders. What a huge, huge blow for Dortmund. And when you look at the stats, you'll see where my frustration comes from. 14 shots, 8 on target compared to 4 in 2. And much more of the ball as well. But we just couldn't find that goal. Leverkusen had a header cleared off the line as well when Saul went for it, I think it was. It's a huge result for Leverkusen, but for us, a massive defeat. And the bad news is going to continue directly after the game as well, because we found out that Kevin Volland has sprained his ankle and he's going to be out for 4 weeks. And the reason I'm surprised is because it didn't look like he hurt his ankle when he went over. But anyway, that's what it is. He's out for 4 weeks. So just like Moore's injury, the same injury, he'll be out for about a month. That's a big blow. Already 2 of our 4 strikers injured. And this is not good for Borussia Dortmund right now. And as we come into the second game of today's episode, this is the simulated one. And I know some of you guys don't like simulation. Neither do I, don't worry. But again, to get through the season quicker, these type of games, I don't really see the problem with simulating, because obviously, as you know, we've already qualified as group winners with this last game to be played. So we're away at White Hart Lane for this one then against Spurs. We just quickly press triangle and get the game out of the way. We lost 2-1, so it's another defeat for Borussia Dortmund. They just keep on coming. I know I feel the weakened side for this one, but we are not on a good run of form right now. 2-1 to score in that game, so I'll show you the Champions League group then, and also I think what team we'll be facing in the round of 16. Okay, so the final Champions League group ended up looking like this then. We lost our final 2 games, but of course it didn't really matter as we'd already qualified. And this is exactly what I said in the last episode, I think it was. This is why it's so important to try and get through your group as quickly as possible so you can rest all your players in the final couple of games, or final game if you will. So we qualified then as group winners with 12 points, and the team we've been drawn against in the round of 16 is... Dun dun dun. Does it want to get there? I mean, I'm still waiting. Okay, there we go. We got Inter Milan. Inter Milan is the team we'll face in a round of 16 then. So Inter, I think the first leg will be in Germany in the round of 16. And of course, that's the stage we got knocked out of last season. This team, this season, the border wants to reach the final. and I think we can get through Inter. I mean, I said against Arsenal, but I think we can get through Inter and reach the quarters at least. And so now we're moving into the third and final game of the episode, and the second played one, and we take on Wolfsburg away from home in a battle between second and third, or third and second I should say. So another huge game for us, and with Leverkusen already taking a 3-point lead at the top of the table, it's another must not lose game where I feel like we really need to win it to keep pace with Leverkusen and show them we're not going to let them go. So big game away from home. Can we get the win? Let's hope so. Come on, Borussia Dortmund. Werner does well to skip round one and storms down left-hand side here, and still Timo Werner on the ball. Cross to the far post, it's a very deep one. Aubameyang will struggle to keep the ball in play, but did well to keep held the ball and find Diego as well, who scoop turns around his man and goes for goal and drills it just wide the post. We're not playing well right now. We need to look to our captain and best player to pull us out of this rut. Come on. Oh, but that's a brilliant ball, and Bore is through, and I don't believe this. Wolfsburg have taken the lead 8 minutes in, and we are just capitulating as a team. Wolfsburg 1, Dortmund 0. I cannot believe this. What is going on? It's an excellent through ball which splits the defense. There's way too much space between Mustafi and Tar. I mentioned this in the last episode, but when that's happening, something's going wrong. And Rafael Santos Bore fires Wolfsburg into an early lead in another must-not-lose game. And this is not looking good for Borussia Dortmund. El Shaarawy through towards Mario Götze, looking for the Hoover, and he finds him well. And Davis plays that wide towards Dembele. Good chance here with the French winger cutting inside. Still Dembele, looks for Aubameyang. Surely, oh my god! I mean, seriously, what is going on? Why can't I take any chances? Why can't I score any goals? And why do we continue to lose some really important games? Still 1-0 to Wolfsburg. How on earth did Aubameyang not keep that shot down? Here's Werner into Diego. Great McGeady spin. Castells makes the save, but old reliable Timo Werner fires us back on level terms, and thank goodness for that, because we are not playing well right now. We need a stroke of luck, and we get it. Werner to Diego, lovely McGeady spin, great save by Castells, but there's Timo Werner to follow in the rebound, and in the absence of Kevin Volland, show me why he should still be starting like last year. Wolfsburg 1, Dortmund 1, Werner with a goal, thank goodness. Götze through towards Aubameyang, it might fall to it, comes towards Werner. Oh, Werner, and Menendez is denied by a great save by Castells. Timo Werner added again, lovely little flick there, but Menendez's shot is well saved by Castells for the second time in the game. Still 1-1, but we're growing in confidence and going in search of that goal to put us in front. Davis snuffs out a late chance for Wolfsburg and gets it clear towards his bro. Can we get one opportunity ourselves to win us the game late on, which we would deserve? Werner on the ball, sends Aubameyang through, and this is the moment here. Aubameyang one-on-one. Oh my goodness, that centre-back has got the pace of Usain Bolt to catch up like Aubameyang so easily. Still 1-1, and the game's surely going to finish as a draw. It's been a very terrible second half. No real chances at all, as it's still 1-1. Sort of a couple of tackles here to get us one late chance here, as our 6'5" centre-back storms down the right like a right winger as he keeps on going, and still Saul, and that centre-back is just the most ridiculous centre-back I've ever seen before in my entire life. How has he outstrengthened Nicolas Saul and outpaced Aubameyang? Well, I swear the referee is just blown for full time before the added 2 minutes, but either way the game was finished 1-1 here away from home, and once again it's a game where we fail to get ourselves the 3 points. The bad run of form continues in 2 games where we really needed wins. Tough times continue for Borussia Dortmund. What are we going to do to get out of this slump? Once again, another game where we played better, but we just couldn't score enough goals required to win us the game. 1-1 the final score. 2 massive games today. We failed to win them both, and even in the Spurs game, which is similar, we lost. That sums it all up right now. And I forgot to give man the match in the last game against Leverkusen, but in this one I'm going to give it to El Abdeloue, who is the right back, actually not a centre back for Wolfsburg, who had an absolute monster game, including outrunning the rapid Aubameyang and also outstrengthening 99 strength Nicolas Saul. He was an absolute rock. And that will end today's episode of the FIFA 17 career mode as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. As you can see, after the 2 big games today, we are still in second place, but 2 points behind by Leverkusen, who also have a game in hand. 2 massive missed opportunities and 2 crucial blows for Borussia Dortmund still so early on in the season. But a big thank you for watching the episode. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like. Much love to you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode of career mode very soon.